Hey guys, welcome to my review of the Master Grade Wing Gundam Zero EW Ver.Ka. So yeah, a little bit of backstory. This Gundam was released all the way back 16 years ago, but let me tell you, since Gundam Wing's 20th anniversary is coming up, they decide to, come out with a new version. This has been completely redesigned by Toki Hajime himself, and let me tell you, this is pretty awesome. Now, let's take a look at it. So, let's start with the review. So, right off the bat, what really caught my eyes were the colors. They're beautiful, they look great, and the wings look awesome as well. It's a nice mixture that this Gundam has of the high resolution but the one in the manga. So this is pretty awesome that it looks this good, and the wings are just spectacularly good, honestly. So even from the back you can see that it looks awesome even without any decals. Now in terms of accessories, let me show you. You get the Buster Rifle, you get the stand, you get the different hands, 2 beam sabers, the shield, and of course 2 attachment parts. Here's another angle of them. You can see the small Hero Yui figure up there, which is looking pretty great, but we have to talk about the articulation, so let's get to that. Now this is a polycapless unit, no polycaps, and you're gonna see that the articulation is really darn good on this guy. The arm can go up that much, but actually it can go a little bit more than that. Yes, the shoulder pads go all the way up, so it's gonna let you do a little bit more. And here you can see how the arm actually goes down, and that allows you to do this. Yes, if you need more articulation, there it goes. That part of the chest comes out and you have more articulation there, which is great. I love that. Another thing is, of course, the elbow bend is really darn good. Check this out. Check it out. All the way up. That is great. And let's check out our next part here, which are the legs. Can go up that much, actually can go a little bit more. You just need to put the skirt up a little bit more, but so you can see that the toe articulation, down, up, you got 2 points right there. That is just great. It's gonna allow you to do a lot of really cool stuff with it. And of course, all the way down, you can even move that little piece of the armor down, and just giving you a better angle. Now the knee here, this pops out, giving you even more articulation, and the knee is gonna bend that much. But as you saw there, the armor kind of moved. Yes, because when you move it to the side, which let me show you here, let me move the wing so you can have a better look. But when you open it up like that, it reveals a little bit more. And the thing is that allows you to do this. Yes, full knee articulation without any problems. It's awesome. That is just awesome. Now the model kit is pretty stiff, but remember, no polycaps, but it feels a little bit like it's gonna break, but it's not. Here you can see the ab crunch, which is a lot. Now the wings obviously is gonna put down, but you can work around that. There's nothing that you have to do other than reposition it a little bit, maybe move the stand a little bit more. So let's check out more of the articulation. Okay, here you can see the legs doing the split, of course, and there's a lot more. I mean, the side skirts move all the way up, they even move backwards, there's no problem there. And I want to show you this with the legs. As you see there, they slide forwards and backwards, which is great because it allows you to do some really cross leg poses, some really cool ones, and here you can see what it looks like from underneath. It's really simple. You just move it forwards and backwards, whichever leg you want, any way you want. So that is pretty awesome. But let's check out the wings, of course. Here you can see the main wings and the sub wings, of course. But the sub wings, let's go with them first. They can go up like the original did, but they also have a little trick there, which is pretty cool, that they allow you to have this type of detail, and they work really darn good. And they're just gonna be there, you know, move them up, down, left, right, open and close them. That's how those are gonna work. And the main wings here, yeah, they have the full articulation. They actually have a little bit more of articulation, as you're gonna see here. The feathers, yes, they can actually move. They will not fall off. They're sandwiched in there, they're safe. And of course the open and closing gimmick with an extra feather there that you can move around as well. That is also locked into place. And guys, there's nothing falling off this kit. There's nothing. Check it out. Check it out. The articulation on the freaking wings, and you see that there is no falling of the wings. The wings won't fall. Zero will move forwards and back, but like I said, you just have to play around with the stand and you can get the pose perfectly. But this guy is pretty darn solid when it comes to that. And of course, the arm, let me show you something else. You can actually push it back, so it's gonna be there. The articulation is gonna be pretty safe. It's pretty solid. Don't worry, you can move it forwards and backwards, and there's really not gonna be any problem with that. And like I told you guys, this is a pretty solid model kit. It's gonna feel like it's gonna break at some points, but it's not. And here you can see that the machine cannons are there. They're there. I do suggest you open the chest a little bit, like I'm gonna do here. You know, just pull it a little bit so they don't get stuck on the little ears. So you have the full range of articulation. You can have both of them. It does hinder the articulation of the head when you do that a little bit, but don't worry. You just have to pull the arms a little bit further off and you'll be good to go. Another gimmick this Gundam has is that it actually has an opening cockpit. Yes, the cockpit opens up just like the original did. You just pull it forward and there you go. You have a small Hero Yui figure inside it that is sitting down. And let me give you a better look of it, and you can see it. So yeah, he's gonna be inside it. It's just that, so don't really think you're gonna get anything too crazy in there. Now the beam sabers, as you can see there, they're stored on the back of the wings, the pillars, and you just can move them forward and backward, pull them out, pull them back in. Nothing too special, pretty easy, a really nice gimmick. But an even cooler gimmick is this. Yes, the folding buster rifle. All you do is put this back here and you can actually put it out pretty easy. It has a little tap there, which is great. You can just open this little part here to reveal the energy cartridge, but you can just put it back here. So how do you fold it? Well, pretty easy. You're gonna take this tab here, this little piece, you're just gonna pull it back just like so, and then you're gonna take the full part, the actual barrel, and you're gonna put it down, and then you're gonna bring down the scope or the camera, and then there you go. That's it. That's how you do it. It's pretty easy, not too complicated or anything. It's just it works. But how do you store them inside the wings? Well, let me show you. It's pretty darn easy. Now we already have them folded, right? So what do? You might be thinking, oh, do we need to do something special? No, just make sure you line it up So that edge of the barrel there lines up there, and then you pull this little part piece here down, and there you go. That's it. It's that damn easy. Nothing out of the ordinary. Just like I said, just make sure to line it up with the barrel of the Buster rifle. Line it up over there, and then you just, you know, you make sure you line it up, you get it correctly, and then you have to do, you know, put a little force into the tap. Sometimes it won't go there because the rifle is in an odd position or something like that, but then you go, there you go. It's that easy. Nothing really crazy, but it looks great. Now let me show you something else. Now this is how to deploy the zero system. You're just gonna open those little ears there. You're gonna, you know, just pull them down, and then you're gonna have it looking like this. Now I know what you're thinking, huh? So that's all? No, you go here, you go like that, pulling down that little piece there, and there's gonna reveal the jewel a little bit more, and that's how much it goes. It doesn't go down anymore, and if you want to close it, you just go here again, and that's it. And let me show you again. Nothing too crazy, nothing out of the ordinary. It's just pretty nice that it does work like that. Now that we have covered quite a few of the gimmicks before we actually go to the rest of the stuff, let me show you guys some poses. Well, after some poses, let's transform this guy. Let's get him into atmosphere mode. As you can see there, we're gonna move the little wings there on the inside. You just have to push them down. We take out the shoulders, just pull them down as you saw there. You're gonna swivel the arms over here. This is really important that you do it like this. It's not gonna be, I'm joking guys, it's not gonna be hindered if you have it to the sides or anything like that. It's just this the way they want you to do it. So yeah, just make sure you have them like that. And now this is really important. This piece here is a cock piece, of course. Yeah, I'm not joking. So you just put that there, and the legs, you just move them a little bit and put the feet down, of course. So that's gonna give you that really nice look. And now we take the wings. Now really important with the wings, you're gonna pull them all the way here, but you're gonna do this. You're gonna take the wing and you're gonna rotate it like so. So this part here actually hangs lower, so the wing will go lower this way, and that's how you're gonna be able to attach it right there. And that is pretty much what you're gonna do to getting atmosphere mode. I mean, it's not really anything too crazy. Works really well. You're gonna be fighting it a little bit. Oh, by the way, you might wanna, move the feathers. Just have them facing forward. So when you put the other wing, it's gonna look like this, as you can see there, which is pretty awesome. And as you guys saw there, yeah, you can have it with the armament. That is really cool. That's actually from the manga, and it was just something that I had to recreate. This is what it looks like from the side in atmosphere mode, and it looks pretty cool, with the Buster rifle there. A little bit silly from the side, but from the back and from the front it just makes sense. And another thing is, these wings are so strong, so good, that you can do some really cool stuff. I mean, the wings, Wayne Zero's wings in the manga, when he becomes Wayne Zero, he doesn't have the shield. The shield hasn't been fixed yet, so it uses the wings as shields. And as you can see there, it stands so nice. You can see more stuff. Yes, I did take a lot of inspiration from the manga. It's just that there's so many cool poses, that has the shield. Man, the shield is one of my favorite parts. I just love the way the shield looks and everything. And let's transform it to Neo Bear mode. As you can see there, that's how you transform it. That's it. Nah, that's actually from the manga. That's how you actually do it. Let's go with the transformation, of course. Okay guys, now that we have it here, this is really important, the cockpit. Yeah, this is cockpit number 2. This is gonna let you have it on display in Neo Bird mode as it flies around with the stand. So this is really important. It's also important because it's gonna give you a lower angle for the wings. That is gonna be really important as well. So we got it ready. It's almost time to actually transform this thing. And now, very important, are the legs. Now what you're gonna do here is basically you're gonna have to move it. So the thigh, if you go like this, a little bit more, boom, see how it's separated? That's what you want. And with that done, you can actually move the leg forward, and then with the kneecap, you just push it down and it should lock into place. So that's what it's supposed to look like. And you're gonna do that on the other leg, of course. I know I did it horribly on the left leg, but don't worry, I get it right here. This is what you're gonna do. You're gonna push this back and make it so the thigh completely comes off like that. As you guys see there, the knee is in the correct position, and then you're just gonna push the knee in and move the toe, and that's it. That's how it should look like. As you can see, that's the difference, how to do it correctly and how not to do it. So that is how that is gonna be working. Okay, so we're one step closer. Now what we're gonna do is basically the wings. Now this is a little bit odd because the wings have to go under the actual arm, yes, but check this out. The side skirts, yes, you have to push them back. That's what you have to do. Let me give you a better angle to actually show it off a little bit. Oh, by the way, be careful with the water slide decals. They might come off. Trust me, it has happened. So you basically just slide them back like that, and it's gonna look like this, or close to that. Is pretty easy. That is nothing really out of the ordinary. Be careful with the water slide decals. So we already got that going for us. Now this next part is very, very important because this is how you're gonna take off the backpack. You're just gonna lift it up a little bit and pull it all the way down. That is gonna allow us so the wings go lower. That is gonna let us make the wings go under the arms. Now putting the backpack on the little with the little tab that's in the little hole on the back of the skirts, it's not that easy. As you can see here, I'm having a lot of trouble with it. Actually, I wasn't able to get it like that, but you can do it some other ways. Maybe these ways will help you. You can actually do it like that. There you can see the little hole in the tab. You line them up, then you put down. It's gonna make a clicking noise. It's supposed to make it. If it doesn't, then you have to keep doing it, because that's gonna make it really unstable. Now, as you saw there, tried my best there, but I wasn't able to get it. But what I did that did work was this: lay it on the ground. I know it shouldn't be done like this, but that's what worked for me. For some reason it did. And the first time I transformed it, it was on my bed, and it actually worked this way. So yeah, you just have to keep going until you hear the little click, and that's it. It's secured. Now that we have that, now we're gonna move the wings under the arms. And this gets tricky because it's not something that is I'm not 100% sure here how to do it, you know, perfectly. I know that in some ways, I think what I did this, that's where I fucked up, and the wings were not lining properly. But I do want to show you guys. I mean, like I said, it's a review. I know some people are gonna try it like this and are not gonna get it. So yeah, I suggest you keep it in the positions that I show you. That was basically, you know, so the wings hang lower. So what you're seeing here, mines are hanging higher than they should, and that's why when I slide them here, they really don't go in. They go in, but they pop out. So that's the problem that I have in there with those. And yeah, it's something that I was going to record another one of me building it, transforming it, but I was like, hey, I know some people are gonna try it like this and they're gonna be pretty pissed off, and if they see my video they will know what is going on. So yeah, it is possible to put it correctly. You know, you just have to lay it down the ground like this. This the other way you can do it. But like I said, I still have the wings on the longer, the shorter size, instead of going for the longer one that lets you just attach them, just basically copy atmosphere mode, other than, you know, putting the wings under the arms, which is pretty easy. But yeah, as you can see here, I'm having a lot of difficulty, but it's just because of that. There's nothing else. And when you actually do get it correctly, they're gonna be sandwiched in. This is what they're gonna look like, completely wrongly done. As you can see, they're separated. If it looks like this, no, it's just the articulation's arms. You just have to move them around. Now, after that, this is the shield. Now the shield has a few things. You first have to open the little wings there. Second, you're gonna pull this piece here, and you're gonna twist that around so it covers the face, the head I mean. And then back here, there's a little tab that is really, really darn important, and that's gonna hold up the shield there. Now, let's put the shield with the Buster rifles on there, and it's pretty easy. You just make sure it's all the way back. You push in there, and it should feel tight, and then you have a little bit of problem there, but don't worry, it should feel tight, and there you go. Easy, no problems there. And this is the final product. It looks amazing, it looks awesome. I love the way it looks. This is out of atmosphere mode, so this is what it's gonna look like when it's flying around space, which I love. I love the way it looks, I love the way it feels. It's actually pretty solid. I have had no problems with it or anything like that, and I just love, you know, having it like this. It's just so awesome. This is something that I always wanted Wayne Zero custom to be able to do. I was one of the people that always thought, man, he needs a shield, he needs his shield, and he finally has it there. Now it's gonna look a little bit wonky from the back, as you can see there. It's probably because my torso is the other way, you know, a little bit more to the left. But if you want to transform it, you know, to the other mode, you can. But check it out, this is what it's gonna look like from underneath. The Gundam is covered pretty darn well. It's awesome. Now the other mode, yes, in atmosphere mode, this is what it's gonna look like. You're just gonna move the wings up, and that's it. That's it. And oh yeah, the sub wings have to go up, but that's it. That's how you get the other mode. It's really nothing complicated. This is when he's flying inside the Earth's atmosphere. So yeah, that is the final shot that you actually see in the manga of Wing Gundam Zero, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong about that. I haven't read the final chapter, but there you can see that the legs, one of them is not on correctly and the other one is. But if you look at it from underneath, well, you're gonna see a lot of the Gundam, because that's what it's supposed to look like. In fact, in the manga, if you see the image, it looks just like that. And gosh, yeah, just having Wayne Zero like this is pretty darn awesome, and check it out there. Let me show you how to attach the shield. It's pretty easy. You're just gonna slide it, or you're just gonna plug it into the arm. Make sure you do have the little wing down, and there you go. You have the shield. Now the Buster Rifle. As you can see there, I already pulled back the arm, and there we go. It can be tricky. It took me a few tries, but it's there. It is possible, so just keep at it, guys. So now that you guys have seen quite a few poses, some really cool ones, honestly, it's time to really show the classic poses. So you can see double beam rifle shooting, just separated, which looks awesome. But can he do the final shot? Yes, he can. Cool, looking great. It just looks so awesome. The wing on the left side could have been added a little bit better. I could have moved it a little bit more, but it's great. I'm so happy that I can do this pose. This is just awesome that I'm able to do it, and there it looks. Oh man, this is just it's just so crazy. And yes, you can do the final shot from the atmosphere. It's just so cool that you can do all this. This is something that I waited years and years and years and years to be able to do, and finally with that shield, it looks so great. I can only imagine what it's gonna look with the Drace works on the that. It's gonna look so freaking awesome. And yes, it's gonna be able to take the weight. The Buster Rifle is not that heavy, and gosh, guys, I mean, this is just wow. And the thing is that I can now do this here, which is amazing, and I'm only missing Shin Getter Robo, of course. Hopefully soon Bandai blesses us with the Infinitus model. Man, final thoughts of Wayne Gundam Zero. Of course, I have to have him doing the same pose as Hero is doing. Okay guys, final thoughts here. The build was amazing. I had no problems. The undergates are just awesome with them. I cannot, keep thinking about having to deal with nub marks and nubs and stuff like that. Again, this guy just blew it out of proportion. The build was great. The frame, I know I didn't show it because it's really darn simple. It's nothing out of the ordinary. It's a very simple frame, but it gets the job done. This guy is solid. I love the articulation. I love the gimmicks. The only thing in terms of gimmicks that I would have added would have been to have some light up features. Like I would love the jewel on the chest to light up and the eyes, obviously in the cameras. That would have been awesome. Sadly they did not do that. But one of the things that this model kit really does is that it stands up so well. And like I said, you just have to play around with it. Maybe you just have to move the stand a little bit more, a little bit forward, a little bit more to the back. Maybe you only need to do that to counterbalance the wings, and that is pretty awesome. And I love that they include the stand. You can do so many poses with this guy. I just have no problem with it. The other thing that I want to say is that the twin buster rifle gimmick, I love it. The machine guns, the machine cannons, obviously you don't really use them that much. It's nice to have them. It's nice to see that they actually work. Transforming into bird mode, I love the transformation. I love how well it covers the Gundam when it's in atmosphere mode, which is great. And that's the mode that I'm always gonna be displaying it on. Honestly, it's my favorite one. And the wings don't fall off. I love that. That was my big complaint with the other Master Grade Wayne Zero. That was the big complaint there. And the one in 100 scale, which is the one that I had, it was that problem. It has been fixed. The final shot pose can be achieved. It's just awesome what they did here. And gosh, what else can I say about it? It's just perfect. I mean, I know there's the high resolution one, and there's the fixed metal composite one. Well, the fixed metal composite has this problem that it doesn't have the right shield. It has Wayne Gundam's shield. It is really expensive, obviously. It comes with the Drace Works, which this one doesn't. I wish it did, but I'm guessing that's gonna be a premium Bandai exclusive. Hopefully it's sold separately and you don't have to buy another kit of this Gundam. The other thing is that the high resolution one, the thing that I didn't like was that I like the design. I like that really extreme look, but it just has that color problem. The colors on this guy is beautiful. They're beautiful colors. It's still extreme looking, but it's still not overdone. It still looks pretty plain. With the high resolution model, I hated that they gave it gray in a lot of white areas. I hated the shield. I just hate the shield. The Buster Rifle, yeah, it's cool that he can holster them, but they're just so long. This really doesn't make any sense. It makes a lot more sense here where you have them holster inside the wings, which is pretty darn awesome, honestly, and that's the way the manga has it. And this is just a really nice mix of the high resolution one. The one in the manga is a nice mix between both of them, and it's pretty awesome. What we got here is, honestly, this has to be a 10 out of 10. No poly caps. It's solid. It does feel like it's gonna break sometimes, but it's not gonna break. Trust me, guys. Maybe you can add some Vaseline to some of the joints. I'm just joking. That's just an old Top Gear joke, you know. But I don't know. Maybe lube it up a little bit with something, and then you can move them a little bit more freely. But it's really solid. It's really strong. The only bad thing here are the water slide decals, which for some reason mine didn't stick. I wasn't able to get them to stick on properly. And the thing is, I know I have to get Mr. Softener and all those things. I haven't gotten that yet, but still, I wish they would have done a better job with them. Maybe at some point they'll come out with a third-party dry transfer. But yeah, that does it for this guy. I just love it. I just love everything about it. The only con here would be that the hands, I wish they would have been made a bit better. And you know, for the wrist articulation. And the thing is, I think this is where they missed the ball. They should have given us fully articulated hands, because that's how this guy will be just amazing, obviously. But yeah, in my opinion, this is the best version of Wayne Gundam Zero Custom, actually. EW Ver.Ka as we know it now, but darn, they did justice. Katoki Hajime, my hats off to you. You pulled it off. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more. And I'll see you guys next time.